What do you see in big game?
Bonehead. I don't, look, you just can't be that damn careless at the end of a game. Not protecting the basketball after you fought back. Austin Reeves hit the shot, and then Giddey hits that shot. I mean, LeBron, that inbounds pass was so careless. You just got to take care of the basketball. And I think when they look back at this one, man, it's just going to be a shameful loss. A shameful loss after a big win in Indiana. See, to me, I think Austin had his man. There was no reason, to really rotate up there yet. And so that was one mistake. And then that one was the second mistake. A careless pass, a telegraph pass. This was excellent. Good execution. And then the Giddey is just a Jerry West half-court luck shot. I shouldn't have never got to this, but.
The Lakers had a 115-110 lead after Austin hits those free throws down the stretch. The Bulls call that timeout. You saw that corner three by Patrick Williams. Then the careless turnover off the inbounds there from LeBron, from a guy, Josh Giddey, who's always all over the floor. Yep. Kobe White, who maybe had a slow start, but obviously is on a heater during this stretch over the last 10. He finished with 26. He was 5 of 10 from deep, a lot of those coming in the second half. And then from that moment, you respond. You get it into the hot hand of Austin Reeves, as we just watched this whole sequence, right? But I think the one thing that we all have come to know and understand about this league, the best league there is that no lead is big enough. In the first half, Chicago had as big of a 13-point lead. The Lakers had as big of an 18-point lead in the second half. They have now swept the series against the Lakers. They are a team that will not quit when it comes to the Chicago Bulls. And you said it. This is one of those losses that you're going to look back at, just like you did a week ago when you gave up 146 to Chicago, and point to the things that are difference makers.
Yeah.
And whether it be turnovers in crucial moments, whether it simply maybe just losing focus on guys who have proven over and over they can hit the shot.
Yeah.
This is a tough one, especially, I know you guys came on camera last night, and we were on the opposite end, right?
To me, this might be the worst loss of the year.
It's tough.
This is the worst loss of the year. They came in, kicked your ass on your home court. You go up, you win a big game in Indiana. Then you had this game. You were up, like you said, 17, 18 points, and you just don't take care of the basketball. I mean, there were several times during this game where just lazy passes. And, at the end of the game, when you have the game, in your pocket, you can't just throw the ball in softly. I know LeBron probably didn't mean to do it, and his intentions were good, but I also did not like the rotation. Stay with your man until, you don't have to. It was some early rotations. He couldn't get back to that corner three, and that was the first one that they shouldn't have gotten that easily. But yeah, this was just a bonehead loss. Just a bonehead loss. I just terrible. It's terrible.
James, the NBA gods give it.
Oh, my God.
And then they take it away. I mean, last night, we were all blown away for a different reason. LeBron had that amazing tip shot with 0.1 seconds left when it contacted his hand, fell into the bucket for a huge win in Indy. And tonight, I mean, Allie, the Bulls scored 9 points in the last 10.3 seconds. And that wasn't free throws. That wasn't stoppages of game necessarily.
See, here it is. Now, he's up there rotating.
Here's Patrick Williams. That's the first of the 9 points.
Wasn't really quite there yet. Austin Reeves was half and half, and then that bounce pass. Yeah.
That one's tough. That one, too, LeBron will carry that one.
Yeah.
Obviously, it does not come down to one possession. We understand that, but he'll carry that one.
Yeah.
Simply just because you know how sharp you have to be in moments like that. The Lakers only had 11 turnovers on the night.
Yeah, I thought they played well enough to win. Officially, Josh Giddey credited with a 47-footer. 47-footer. But just the fact that the Lakers fell asleep just in those last 10 seconds, that's what they're going to be thinking about tonight. It stinks because they could have had fourth place all by themselves. Memphis lost tonight, lost by 20-plus points to OKC. Lakers playing Memphis in a couple days on the road. And just when you were hoping for a little momentum which they got last night.
We've had too many games like this. We've had too many games over the last, I don't know, couple of seasons where we've had 26-point leads. Give that up. Lose to teams we shouldn't lose to. You come in after a great win in Indiana. You gotta be more serious about taking care of the basketball. I mean, they only had 11, but the ones they had were just critical. I just hate to see a loss like that where you just kind of hand it to them, not defending the three. Mistakes. I don't know.
I thought Austin had the game winner. Yeah. He blew right by Patrick Williams. A couple seconds left to play. Chicago had no timeouts. They threw the ball in, and these players like to shoot these half-court shots at the end of their pregame routine. We see Luka do it all the time. Giddey probably is one of those guys. He shoots half-court shots a lot, kind of as a joke. But tonight turned out to be a pretty serious loss for the Lakers. That's a tough one.
Giddey had his way with the Lakers this season. We said it, 2 steals shy of a quadruple-double almost a week ago. Tonight, a triple-double. Josh Giddey, 25, 14, and 11. Obviously, visible frustration there from LeBron. Kind of talking the end of that one and how you just kind of pick up the pieces because you got another one coming at you in 48 hours. But what do you kind of take away from?
Well, this was not going to just slip away. There are losses that you just have to put behind you. But this was going to stick around a little bit. I don't care what anybody says. You win a big game in Indiana. You give this one away with some bonehead plays. And so, you're going to think about this one. And hopefully you'll be able to regain your consciousness in the next game so you can, have a win against Memphis. But, these type of games, they hurt. They hurt when you have a big lead, give it up. Austin Reeves hits a big shot. And what they get? 6 points in how many seconds?
9 points in 10 seconds.
Never seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but that play right there,
that's the first three.
LeBron will think about that one. Rotating too early, and then the inbounds play.
Second.
A lazy bounce pass. I know he didn't do it intentionally, but it's just something you have to secure the ball and the win when you have that situation. I know they had a timeout. I don't think they really needed the timeout. They just needed to really be more secure with the basketball. But 9 points. Say that again. 9 points.
9 points in 10.3 seconds. Yeah, that's hard to do.
You're gonna think about that.
Yeah, no doubt. A buddy just texted. He said, "I'm at a restaurant. I saw the end of the game, and I'm watching LeBron on your air give the interview. He does not look real happy." And I appreciate. I think probably an understatement, right? And I appreciate the accountability by LeBron saying, "Horrible turnover by myself." And when something like that happens, there's 2 ways of going about it. You can say, "Oh, we were bad in the second quarter or whatever," or horrible turnover by myself. And LeBron also mentioned a miscommunication on defense right before then, probably alluding to the Patrick Williams 3 in the left corner. But I do like the fact that LeBron's he looks miserable. This is a tough one.